Welcome back, everybody, to today's episode of the Reds podcast. This is the third time I'm doing this. I'm sorry I haven't posted consistently about the Reds, but I've just been super depressed about the Reds that I haven't really cared to post about them. But here we are. We're going to go through my frustrations today. What is Tito doing with the lineup, the bullpen, just everything, hands down, everything top to bottom about the Reds. So the Reds are currently 33 and 37, and we are 10 and a half games out of first place in our division. There's no way. I refuse to believe there is a way that we come back and somehow take the division. So let's just throw that out the window, okay? There's no possible chance that we catch up to the Brewers. Secondly, there might be a good. I think our only hope is let's I think our only hope is to get into the NL wild card because if I remember correctly, we are about 3.5 games or 4.5 games back. Let's check here. Nationally, yep. We're 4 games back out of the wild card. That's definitely doable. There's plenty of baseball left. We're almost halfway through the season, but the frustrations, man, with this team. It just makes no sense. So let's start off with the elephant in the room of the bullpen. The bullpen has been atrocious, absolutely atrocious. Like every single game, we have a lead, and then we just then give it up later on in the game. And it's just so annoying as a fan because we're better than this. Like we could have these leads, but then the bullpen just decides to give it up. It's every game, man. I'm trying to get to the pitching stats so we can go more into this. The only bright spot of our pitching right now has been Chase Mother Truckin' Burns. Chase Burns he might win Cy Young over Paul Skeens. You know how insane that is? It's his second year. He's 22 or 23 years old. That's insane. He's been the only bright spot. Andrew Abbott, he's not been terrible. He's been solid. He's been looking back to his all-star form. Brady Singer has been pitiful. Absolutely pitiful. He had one good outing the last time he played in St. Louis, I believe. Had a solid outing. But again, the bullpen gave it up. And who's shocked? No one. But besides that good outing, Brady Singer has been so bad. He just throws meatballs over the plate, and the batters are just like, that's off. I'm taking that yard. And they do every single time. Nick Lodolo, he's been okay, still can't find that back foot breaking ball. He throws it like one or two times in an inning, and that's about it. And it's just like, man, we could have traded this guy last year at his peak. We could have bought at the trade deadline. I mean, we did, but we got Ke'Bryan Hayes, who, yes, won a Gold Glove. Wow, that's so cool. Let's give him a bobblehead night, but he can't hit. Rhett Lauder's been okay. He's been injured for somewhat of the year, but for whatever reason, he is walking a lot of guys. 37 Ks to 25 walks. That's terrible. That's terrible. And his WAR is only 0.6. Chase Burns' WAR is 3.4. Holy. Chase Burns with the lowest ERA with 2.14. Again, Chase Burns has been the only bright spot in this pitching rotation. Sam Moll, he's been okay coming out of the bullpen. He's been like one of the more consistent arms. Connor Phillips had a good April, and that was about it. And then he just choked and just gave up walk after walk after walk. 28 walks to 28 strikeouts. No wonder you got set down to AAA, dude. You can't find the strike zone. Tony Santillan, he's a terrorist. Dude, I cannot watch any more of Tony Santillan coming out of that bullpen. And then Tito is like, yeah, Tony Santillan's the one guy we need to get going, so we're going to keep giving him these situations. Why? This year, time after time after time after time, he's proven that he cannot pitch. He can't locate. Well, and then when he does locate, it's a spicy meatball down the Broadway. Like, what are we doing? Pierce Johnson, he's been okay. He's been kind of consistent. Chris Paddock, I don't even know why he's here. I don't know why we signed him. Well, I know why we signed him because half our freaking pen is injured. Jose Franco, I guess. TJ Antone. TJ Antone came back from what? His third Tommy John or something like that? And he's been like the main guy out of the bullpen. This dude has been through so many injuries. He's been through 3 Tommy Johns, and he's your most consistent guy. This is who we're giving the ball to? And this is not, there's no diss on TJ Antone, but it gets to a point. And then Emilio Pagan, he's injured, so like can't really do anything about that. And even when he wasn't injured this year, at the beginning of the year, he wasn't doing the greatest either. He was giving up home runs left and right. Chase Petty, I'd love to see more of him. Zach Maxwell, I'd love to see him get more opportunities. Because clearly none of the other guys are working, so give more opportunities to him. Luis May, please stay in AAA or go down to AA. You cannot find the strike zone, my God. I can't watch it. Caleb Ferguson, he's been pretty consistent. I actually like Caleb Ferguson. He's been solid out of the pen. That's pretty. I never want to see Junior Marte ever again. I, I just don't. I don't ever want to see that again. I cannot. I just can't do it. I can't do it anymore. The bullpen sucks. Something needs to happen. I don't want to see Tony Santillan coming out in the 8th or 9th inning anymore. Like, give the ball to Zach Maxwell at that point, or give it to Ferguson or Antone in those innings. I'm done watching Tony Santillan. Yeah, cool. He had a great year last year, but he's not that this year. His fastball is 2 to 3 miles per hour slower. He can't locate the strike zone. When he locates the strike zone, batters are just absolutely torching him. Tito, stop giving this man chances. His pitching staff is absurd. Oh, and then let's go on to batting, shall we, folks? It's pretty hard to be good when your best player is injured, aka Elly De La Cruz, who, as you can see here, is leading the team in average, OBP, and hits. And I'm sure he's leading more. I just got to check him out. Sal Stewart's leading in home runs and RBI, but Sal Stewart has cooled off quite a bit, folks. I'm not saying Sal Stewart's bad at all, and I know he's a rookie. And I know he's going to just continue to improve, because that's the type of guy Sal Stewart is. He's a winner. He's going to find ways to better himself and do whatever it takes for the team to win. And I love that. I admire that. But anyways, Sal Stewart batting .247. He's got 13 home runs, 42 RBIs, 63 strikeouts. Would like to see that down a bit, but it is what it is. He's a rookie. He's adjusting, The MLB adjusted to him, but now he's adjusting back to the MLB. And honestly, I think he's going to be a great player for the Reds. I think he's going to be a great player in the MLB for a while. So, Spencer Steer, one of the most consistent guys at the plate. You can always count on Spencer Steer. He is the one guy that, he is clutch too. Spencer Steer is one of the clutchest batters we have on this team. And he's one of the most consistent. And the thing I love about Spencer Steer is that you tell him to go play a position, he'll go do it. No complaints, no nothing. He'll be like, yeah, I'll play. He does not care where he's playing. As long as he's on that field, he does not care. And he'll give you 110% each and every time. Elly De La Cruz is my baby. I love him. I want him to have my kids. He's the GOAT. He's batting .280 with .34 OBP, 500 slugging, 855 OPS, and 2.1 WAR. Not to mention, he has 12 home runs as well, 37 RBIs, and 76 strikeouts. I mean, yes, we would like to see those numbers down, especially since he's been injured, and he's played every single game besides being injured, and he's still leading the team in strikeouts. That is a little concern. Not a little. That is very concerning, but I'm giving Elly some slack because he's the best batter on this team, and no one even comes close. Matt McLain, listen, I am the biggest Matt McLain fan. I'm president of the Matt McLain fan club. I love me some Matt McLain, but he just needs to decide if he's going to be good or not. Because he'll have these stretches where he'll be consistently hitting, putting the bat on the ball, having exit velo 95 plus, getting on base, and it's great for about 4 days. and then he'll go right back into a slump for the next 10 to 15 days. And every single time I'm like, okay, they should probably send him down. Okay, Matt needs to be sent down to AAA, or someone needs to replace him until he figures it out. He starts hitting again. And then Tito also does not give him any favors by, when he starts to hit good again, moving him around the lineup. Stop. Just keep him where he's at. Don't get it in his head. It's messing with him. You can clearly tell. Just leave it alone. I don't know what they're going to do when Ellie comes back, because now you got Edwin Arroyo coming up. I would like to see an infield of Arroyo at third, Ellie at short, obviously, Matt McLean at second, and Sal Stewart at first. Or another version could be Arroyo at third, Ellie at short, Sal at second, and Lowe at first. Or Sal at third, Ellie at short, Arroyo at second, and Lowe or Steer at first. Or you could put Suarez at third from time to time. Like, you can switch it up, Tito. You have guys that can play multiple positions. You have guys that can play almost anywhere in the field. Just give them the opportunity. At this point, I would love to see a lineup of the highest OBP throughout the lineup, if that makes sense. Like, have Ellie lead off, too. He has the highest OBP on the team. Have him lead off. He gets on base. In terms of Moneyball, why do you like him? Because he gets on base. What more can you ask for from a guy? Lead him off. I know you moved him to the 2-hole, but at this point, no one else is going to get on. Put Ellie at lead off. Tyler Stevenson, we need to trade him or do something. He has one more year in his contract. He's so inconsistent. I don't know what happened to 2023 Tyler Stevenson, but he's gone and he's forgotten. He is not here. JJ Bleday has been one of the few bright spots since Ellie's been injured, but even then, JJ Bleday has kind of cooled down. He's batting .266 with .361 OBP, with 570 slugging and 930 OPS, and he has 12 home runs. And he got called up like a month after our opening day game. A month after, and he got 12 home runs. Now, I was listening to this podcast the other day, Chatterbox Reds podcast, and they were talking about perhaps trading JJ Bleday to get some more assets. And to me, I don't hate the idea, but for me, it just really depends what happens to this team when Ellie comes back, and when Hunter Green comes back. Because then we'll actually be somewhat healthy, and let's see what the team can do if we can string some wins together. If we can't string some wins together, like series wins or like a win streak of some sort, then I say yes, absolutely trade JJ Bleday, try to get some assets back, because this might be his one and only peak, because besides this year, he hasn't had too many good years of baseball. So if we have to trade him, we have to trade him. Suarez. I love Suarez, and I know the fans of Cincinnati love Suarez as well. We're paying this guy $15 million, ladies and gentlemen, to bat .215. .215 with only 5 home runs and 54 strikeouts with only 19 RBIs. I get he was injured. The reason we brought you here is to have a big bat. Yes, we know the strikeouts are going to come with the home runs you're going to hit. We know that. But you've only hit 5 home runs. You're not producing. At this point, I'd like to see Tito sit him down on the bench for a couple games. Let Lowe in his place. Let Arroyo play third, or Sal play third and Arroyo play second. Something. Do something. Tito, you said you weren't going to play lineup bingo. Here you are playing lineup bingo. It is absurd. Me and my buddy Griffin could make a better lineup than you, Tito. It's getting ridiculous. And sorry, my phone just buzzed. And you talked about lineup bingo, and you said, we're not going to do lineup bingo. That's not who we are. That's not who I am. I'm not going to play this game. You're playing lineup bingo every night. Matt McLean starts to figure it out a little bit. Oh, let's move him up to leadoff spot. Then he starts to do bad. Oh, shoot, got to move him back down to the 9-hole. Oh, he's doing good again. Let's move him up to 7. Oh, Edwin Arroyo, this is your first time in the major leagues. Let's put you at leadoff. Blake Dunn, you're doing okay. Let's put you in leadoff. Let's just flip a coin at this point. Who wants to lead off? Let's roll a dice. Like, have some sort of consistency. I mean, I get it. I get it. You want to see which guys can produce, which guys can hit. But my lord. Noel V. Marte, he's been hitting the crap out of the ball since being called up. I know he's only been called up for 5 or 6 games, but I swear, Tito, if you move him around in the lineup like you've been doing, I'm gonna freak out because you should not move a guy around after he's had 5 or 6 good games. Let's see if he's still consistent in about, I'd say, roughly 20 to 25 games. Then you can start to move him around if he's hot. You know? Talking about lineup bingo, you're playing lineup bingo. Sorry. TJ Friedel. I don't want to see TJ Friedel leading off or up with the Reds until he figures something out. And dude, watching him for the first month and a half and nothing being done and him just getting out after out after out was a pain. It was an actual struggle, and I didn't know if I was going to make it through life. Batting 179, by the way. You're a major league ball player. You're batting 179. I know I can't talk. But goodness gracious. Nathaniel Lowe, he's been solid. He's been one of another few bright spots on the team. Actually, a decent free agent signing by Krall for once. I can't believe it. Krall actually did something good for his life. Batting 257, he's got 9 home runs. He's got .35 on base percentage, .493 slugging, .844 OPS. That's not bad at all. We'll take that. Brian Hayes, get out of my face. I don't want to talk about you. I hate you. I don't actually hate you, but I just don't want to talk about you. Blake Dunn has been okay. He's been decent. He's been a somewhat decent leadoff, He's batting 263, .368 OBP, which it's not bad for a leadoff, but you would like to see that a little bit higher. Just because it's your leadoff guy, he needs to be a guy that can get on base, and he's got speed. Blake Dunn is probably the fastest guy on the team. He's faster than Ellie right now. Ellie doesn't have a high top speed, sprint speed right now. He's top 86% in the MLB, which is not like Ellie. Ellie used to be in the 99th percentile. It's kind of crazy. It's just what happened? Dane Myers, we only see him from time to time. He's been solid whenever. He's been a solid pitch hitter. I will give him that. Each time he pitch hits, it seems like he gets a hit. So I'll give him credit where credit's due. I don't really understand why we don't play him a little bit more, but I think it's just lefty on righty type of thing. Will Benson needs to be sent down. He just does. He has one moment every 40 to 50 games, and you're like, okay, nice. Good job, Benson. But that's it. He doesn't really provide anything else on the team. Noel V. Marte, people are going to complain that he got sent down too early, but in my opinion, I believe him being sent down was one of the best things that could have happened for him. And the reason being is that since he's been called up from AAA, ever since he's been called up, he's not swinging at pitches out of the zone as frequently. He's making more contact with the ball consistently. He's had 3 home runs in the past 3 games. Each game he's had a home run, which is amazing. And he just looks more comfortable at the plate, He looks more relaxed, not tense. And it doesn't feel like he's fighting for a job right now, because it feels like the Reds are okay, let's give this guy some opportunity here, which we're doing. And it's nice because he's actually providing, which is crazy. It's shocking. The Reds player actually doing something. It's 2026 and a Reds player is doing something. I can't believe it. Resigns, you're gone. Not gonna really talk about you, even though I kind of miss you. Always had a soft spot for you, Hines. Jose Trevino, I'm not even going to talk about. Edwin Arroyo, he's a rookie. He just got called up. I'm going to give him some grace. I'm not expecting him to bat I'm not expecting him to bat 250, 260, 270, 280, 290, 300, anywhere, anything like that. If he can just be a better batter than Key Brian Hayes, that's all I ask for. Because he's got just as good a glove as Key Brian Hayes does. So I'll give him that benefit of the doubt. And that's pretty much our whole lineup. But as a fan, it just gets frustrating because I I truly believe this team is better than our record shows, and I know we can play better baseball than we have been playing, but I don't know what else to say. I've been a Reds fan my entire life since I can remember. I remember watching the Reds when I was 4 or 5 in 2010, 2011. Those teams with Joey Votto, Brandon Phillips, Jay Bruce, Todd Frazier, Zach Kozar, Homer Bailey, Matt Latos, Matt Leake, Raisel Iglesias, Tony DeSclafani, Scooter Gennett, all those guys. And we couldn't win anything with those guys either. I'm so sick and tired of being this scared team, of not wanting to spend our money. We'll make sure we promote the bobblehead nights, though, and all the promo nights, because we got to get that revenue. We got to get that money in. But are we going to spend it on players? Are we going to buy at the trade deadline? No, we never do, because we're the Reds. And then we wait until one of our players are past their peak to trade them for a pack of bubble gum. No wonder the Reds can't compete. We make the worst decisions at every single turn. And now we have someone like Elly De La Cruz, a once-in-a-lifetime generational talent, the Reds that we'll never get again. I mean, we had Joey Votto, but not like Elly De La Cruz. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. You're not going to get this again, and you're wasting his talent. You're wasting it. You're not giving him any support. Nowhere. You're not doing anything for him. Nick Krall, make trades, make calls. Stop signing pitchers who have the worst ERA. Stop signing guys no one's ever heard of. Stop signing guys who are past their prime. We don't want Mike Moustakas after his prime. I'm sorry, we don't want Gino after his prime. You know? We don't want Puig after his prime. What are we doing? It's like we're not trying to win ever. It's like we're trying to do as little as possible to try to get over that hump. Well, I'm going to tell you this right now, Reds country. We're never going to get over that hump if we don't do anything. I think I've witnessed us in the playoffs twice or 3 times. I'm not counting COVID. COVID was bullcrap. That does not count. I'm not counting that. No, I will not count COVID year. I've seen the Reds in the playoffs, I think, twice in my entire life. There was one time in 2011, 2012, or somewhere around that time, and then last year. And last year, we got in purely off of luck. Off of the Mets losing consistently game after the game. And we were also losing. We were playing a game of who wants it more? No, who wants it less? This should not be happening. We should be competing for the wild card. Or we should be competing for the division. We are so much better than this. But we don't want to give our guys a supporting cast. And then Tito likes to mess around with the lineup, and he likes to play the good guy of like, oh, I'm going to give him a lot of chances. Stop! Stop giving these players chances. They don't deserve them. Key Brian Hayes did not deserve to stay in for that long. Reds fans did not need to suffer that long. TJ Friedel did not deserve to be in the lineup that long. Why are you giving these guys such long leashes? But then you give guys like Rhys Hines the shortest leash possible. You gave Marte the shortest leash possible in terms of the beginning of the season. Where's the logic? I just want to see winning baseball. I just want to see our guys give 110%. I just want to go on a win streak for once. Not win 2 or 3 games in a row and then it be done. I want win streaks up to 7 to 8 games. What are we doing? I want to win series. I don't want to keep getting promotions of like, oh, the Reds haven't been swept at home in 41 series. I don't care. I want to win the series, not win one game and then lose the rest. Cool, that's going to go on the ticket promotion. That's awesome. Hang the banner. That's the only banner we got right now is 41 or 42 consecutive home series that we haven't been swept. I'm tired of it. It gets to a point. Like, I have not been watching Reds games because I'm just like, the bullpen's going to blow it again, or our offense is not going to get hits. And I'm right every single time. Every time the bullpen gets a lead, I text my buddy Griffin. I'm like, this will be gone in an inning or two. I'm tired of watching the Reds. I'm tired of watching mediocrity. I'm tired of watching us make scared moves. I'm tired of us putting as little effort into trying to compete. I know we're not going to compete with the money like the Dodgers or the Cubs or the Astros or the Phillies or teams like that. But my goodness, we should not be this bad. We have Ellie De La Cruz. We have Sal Stewart, who's a rising star. We have Chase Burns, who is throwing lights out. We have Andrew Abbott, who was an all-star last year. We have Hunter Green. Yes, he's been injured, but he's also an all-star. Rhett Lauder, he's an up-and-coming star, in my opinion. We have J.J. Bleday, who's probably going to be an all-star. And yet, we're 33 and 37. We're 4 games below 500. Yes, Ellie has been hurt, but my Lord! We cannot be this bad. Remember when we were 20 and 12 or 22 and 14, whatever it was in April? Man, what a time to be alive. What a time that was. I fell for it. I fell for the propaganda. I fell for the Reds' April propaganda once again. I told myself I wasn't going to do it this year, but here we are. I am so tired of watching meaningless baseball. I just want to win. And I don't know what the Reds are going to do to change that, but probably nothing. No, I'm not going to switch teams. I'm going to be a Reds fan through and through. I'm going to hate my life through and through. I'm going to be in misery through and through. But until we get new ownership, Nick Kroll stops being scared, Tito stops playing freaking bingo with the lineup, I don't see us doing anything. And then a quick side note. I have to start a free trial just to be on this. Anyway, it's talking about Ellie De La Cruz that he might be back tonight, but we will see. I don't want Ellie De La Cruz to be back if he's not feeling it, because I want him to be back 110%. And if he's still feeling some sort of grabs, some sort of tightness in that quad or hamstring, wherever it was, I don't want him out on the field. I don't want my glorious king to be injured. But yeah, that was my rant. It just gets to a point. That was today's episode of Reds Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.